3 people stoned to death and over 500 injured as biblical storms washed scorpions into Egyptian streets. Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Yahweh be the true name for every Father. Yahushai be the name for his only begotten Son, who the world eagerly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone, Latasha, truth, and will well. Salutations to your hopeful light, puts in this truth and honesty and sincerity. This is Billy Yawasap, coming to you now, let's spirit power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, giving you updates, end times, and events. This article came out a few days ago, just describing what's going on in the world, man. This is one of the newer plague that we haven't seen being unleashed before. The Lord said a plague of scorpions, man, so this was definitely going to be one for the books. The Lord said a plague of scorpions that jacked up 500 people, man, and 3 of them got killed. Can you imagine, your house being full of scorpions everywhere you walk, and you're trying not to get stung, not to get bit, not to get pinched and stung and bit, crawling in your bed? This is a very grievous plague, and this is of the Lord's doing, because we're at the end times, the last days. The Lord sent it to the Egyptian streets. He's sending a message. What's next is going to be all the rest of the countries that try to mimic the atrocities of ancient Egypt. And the main one is going to be America. They're the biggest culprit of that. So that was definitely judgment unto them heathens over there for what they did to the Israelites. But you know what? Hey, this is also symbolic of what's to come to the land spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which is which is America today. So expect to see plagues like this coming. And there are plagues. There are scorpions over here in the United States too. Even here in Missouri, in the Lake of the Ozarks, they got scorpions down there. So they could come up here in Kansas City and jack people up, man. Plagues are coming, insects like this. And there's a history of the Lord sending plagues of locusts and other creatures, grievous creatures. This is Exodus 23:28 says, "And I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite and the Canaanite and the Hittite from before thee." The Lord actually sent hornets, man. A plague of hornets after stinging people. So this time he sent scorpions in one part of the land. That's crazy, man. This is the book of 1 Kings 8:37 says, "If there be in the land famine, if there be pestilence, blasting, mildew, locusts, or if there be caterpillar, if their enemy besiege them in the land of the cities, whatsoever plague, whatsoever sickness there be, what prayer and supplication soever be made by any man, or all the people of Israel, which shall know every man the plague of his own heart, and spread forth his hands toward his house." So the Lord can send all types of plagues, man. Pestilence, blasting of hail, mildew, locusts. Mildew, that's a grievous plague, because that creates black mold to where you can die from respiratory illnesses, not being able to breathe, choking up with pneumonia. Then you got locusts. Locusts come in your house or in your land, eat all your crops. So instead of you having fresh produce at your grocery store, it's empty, and people begin to starve because everything was eaten up by the locusts or the caterpillars. So the Lord has sent insects as part of plagues in history, and so now we're seeing it again. This is the book of 2 Esdras 15:11. "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." So some of the plagues that hit ancient Egypt are going to come back again. Again and again and again. And here in America, it's going to be a big brunt end of that, because it's the place spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. This is going to be judgment city, man. This book of Deuteronomy 32:39 says, "See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So there's no one that can deliver anybody from you, from the Lord, man. Nobody can save you when it comes time for the Lord to come out there and touch you and send his plagues. And people were probably sleeping peacefully and had no idea. All of a sudden, one day, your house will be packed with scorpions stinging you to death. That's a very gruesome plague, man. So this is definitely signs of the end. We are at the end, man. So Lord's will, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Yahweh being the true name for the Heavenly Father. Yahweh shall be named for his only begotten Son, who rightly calls God and Jesus Christ. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, great millstone. Shalom, Abba Babal.